As the holidays are, they can be extremely difficult for families going through a divorce. Here with tips on how you can work toward a peaceful holiday season is attorney and author Gabrielle Hartley. Welcome, Gabrielle.
It's always nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, the holidays are such a special season, and it's important to keep it special for the children. And I know that's difficult when couples are going through a rough spot. What advice do you have?
Well, the best thing that you can do is to always try to take a step back from whatever is happening within your home and know that it's just a day and there'll be more days ahead. There can be a lot of anxiety worrying about how the holiday itself is going to be. There's so much anticipation, and sometimes your agreement might not actually give you access to your child in a particular year, and that can be really hard to navigate. So one thing that you might want to think about doing is creating a separate ritual or something that you can do to bring the holiday in for when you and your child or children are together.
Now let's talk about that agreement for a moment. When you are going through a divorce and developing an agreement, is it wise for you to maybe stipulate in that who gets the kids and when for the holidays?
Absolutely. That is a no-brainer. You can always deviate from an agreement, but clarity is king, or as I like to say, clarity is queen. So typically what people do is they alternate maybe Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and then kids are typically off for about a week or 10 days, and that might either be shared, split, or alternated depending on what suits your particular family's needs. But the more that you can specify what is to happen, the better. The more you can be clear, have those hard conversations when you're at the negotiation table, you're going to spare yourself a lot of grief and your children a lot of grief as you move through and forward.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Now, what about presents? Because I can imagine parents can butt heads if they duplicate gifts, etc. What's the strategy for that?
Yeah, it's really, really hard. If you and your ex or soon-to-be ex get along, if you can come together on bigger gifts, that is the best.
Good idea.
If you can't do that, you might want to even alternate that, although I have to say I haven't yet seen that in a separation agreement. If you and your ex do not get along very well and you can't really communicate, you might want to at least give one another a heads up and do the best you can to try to not do the one-upsmanship so that you're trying to curry favor with the child because you got the proverbial puppy.
Yeah. Now, holidays are also a time where special people are involved. And what is some advice on whether you should or should not maybe introduce your new significant other to your child at the holiday table?
So if you can avoid doing an introduction at the holiday table, there's already so much stimulation. That's probably not the right time. Although if there's so many people around and you're still going to give your children attention and your significant other pops in and out of wherever you are, that could be appropriate. But remember, your children are your focus for the holidays, and their childhood goes by very, very quickly. It's like a blink of an eye.